We're back here with the giveaway R6. You guys have seen that we recently de-squidded this motorcycle. We now have a clear windshield, better levers, the OEM graphics, and overall a cleaner look to this bike. But ASV actually reached out to us and said, no, those OEM levers, you can do better. So they sent us these, Brandon. These are nice, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually, I want to mess around with those a little bit.
Yeah.
See how they feel.
So you guys may have seen that we had the Chinese levers on this bike, those crappy little foldaway ones that nobody should buy. And I am actually a big proponent of OEM levers, but ASB said, you're gonna love these, we can do better. So today, we're gonna be installing these unbreakable levers, so they say, onto this motorcycle, talk you guys through the benefits of a lever system like this over OEM and everything about getting that feel just right on your motorcycle. Let's get into it. ASV's mission is to design products that simply make riding better. They're unbreakable levers exemplify this with multiple functions that improve handling and longer lasting performance. ASV believes levers shouldn't be a disposable wear item no matter how hard you ride. ASV was founded by lifelong motorcyclist, racer, entrepreneur, and leader Bob Morales. He came up with the idea for the unbreakable motorcycle lever in 1995 when he broke his clutch lever while practicing for a motocross race. ASV sold the first unbreakable lever in 2000 and has been at it ever since. Since those early days of skepticism, ASV has sold over 1 million unbreakable levers worldwide to riders and racers and have expanded from the off-road market into the quad, street, and adventure categories. We're super excited to have partnered with them, and we're trying out our first set on this Yamaha R6, which should improve the feel, functionality, and of course be leaps and bounds more durable than those cheap eBay squid levers we used to have. ASV levers are designed by riders for riders. They stand by their products and their customers. The warranty on ASV levers is unlike any other in the industry. Since unbreakable is the deal, if you break it, they replace it, regardless of how it happened. Send them pictures of your broken levers along with proof of purchase, and they will replace them free of charge. ASV has the widest range of lever fitment than any other aftermarket lever brand. They are the only lever company that makes levers in both street, dirt, and quad categories. They have levers that are compatible with models going all the way back to 1985, which is awesome considering our 2008 Yamaha R6 here is practically vintage. They move quickly to develop levers for new models. For instance, they already have levers available for the ZX4RR, and once the levers are made, they continuously revise them year after year. Remember, ASV is owned and operated by riders who are using their products on the daily and constantly striving them to be the best they can be. ASV always has and will be 100% American made in Huntington Beach, California. So if you like what you see here for ASV, click that link in the description, use the code YAMMY for 15% off. They offer 2 different lengths and options and multiple color options as well. Now let's see how these levers fit on our Yamaha R6. So we're going to talk you through how to install the levers on your motorcycle. This is a pretty easy one, right, Brandon?
Yeah, we went over it just a little bit, but my first impressions of this as I'm holding it, kind of messing with it, sizing it up where I want to put it, this feels really good. It has a nice tactile feel. It goes out to save itself, so I can see why they're starting to call these unbreakable, because they just get out of the way when you're crashing. But very high quality feel from my very first impressions of these.
Yeah, and the Chinese levers you see, they kind of have that fold out feature further down in the lever. This is folding out all the way back here, which is actually a smarter thing to do, because that's really where you're going to see brakes is back here.
Exactly.
These are also made out of a super high grade material, and so that's also going to prevent the braking as well. I like the length on this bad boy, honestly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just looking at right there.
Yeah, so for me, when I'm selecting levers for my motorcycle, I like longer ones. I'm not a huge fan of shorty levers, but you've had good experience with them on ASV ones, right? Shorty ones?
Yeah, a long time ago I had ASV shorty levers, and they actually feel really good because they're just a little bit longer than normal cheap Chinese shorty levers.
Yeah.
So they still have this smooth complexion right here. So for the shortiness, I like them.
Yeah.
But I definitely would prefer long levers, just in general.
Yeah, Brandon's a fan of shorties, as we all know. So Brandon, talk me through, we talk a lot about the feel through the lever. Why is that so important? Why do you want that laser precision feel through the lever?
Well, as we talked in a few of our previous videos, the feel in this handlebar and this hand matters the most. This is what's controlling your go fast knob and your slow down lever. I mean, to put it plain and simple, those are the two controls that you're using the most. So you want the greatest feeling out of both of those controls.
And when you do have a great feeling over the lever, that's going to let you do things like trail brake and modulate brake pressure and make sure you're not going to overstep the limits of the brakes or stab on the brakes. Obviously, combined with a good master cylinder and the rest of the braking system, a good lever is definitely going to be able to do that for you. So, Brandon, let's pop this on, shall we?
Yeah. So we got this little 10mm socket down here, a little flathead just to help us out, loosen it up. Right here on the bottom, and right there on the top. Break that loose, and you just loosen it out. You mind holding that for me, sir?
No problem.
And right out.
Easy.
There you go.
You have the nut and the bolt right there. That's going to slide right off.
Right out.
Easy peasy.
Swap your lever, sir. There we are. And right back on.
Pin goes right in there.
Perfect.
Slots in.
Give me a little nut. Thank you, sir. Screwdriver, if you would. Thank you, thank you. On Titan next time, thank you.
That's right. And remember, this bolt and this nut, you do not need a billion foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
Just get that hand tight.
I am holding the bottom with my hand and just hand tightening with the flathead screwdriver. That's all you need. Perfect.
Now, we're a little close to the bar here, but luckily, we can adjust.
That little tactile feel that I was talking about earlier, you just twist this little knob, nice satisfying click, good feedback, and just make it as long, push it out as far. I'd say right there is good let.
Feels pretty good to me.
Yeah.
I'd actually, if it was my bike, I would go a little further out. I like a little further out right there.
Perfect.
That feels good to me.
And we have all of that range. We can get as close or as far as we want it. I like that.
Some ultra racer types will tell you that this needs to be as close to the bar as possible without bottoming out so you can quickly grab it, but I don't really believe in that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to the clutch side. Brandon, this is equally as important because of that all-important friction zone, right?
Yes, exactly. And again, going back to the feel of the lever, it's very important. That's what's delivering the power to your rear wheel.
So yeah, you want to make sure that this lever feels really good for you. You can find the friction zone perfectly, especially for those spicy race launches.
Exactly.
Which we love to do.
I love them.
Yeah. So the clutch side is very simple. All you have to do is take off the tiny little 10mm nut back here on the bottom. It's going to be finger loose at this point. The clutch is a little bit more complicated than the brakes because you do have the cable that you need to fish out of the lever and put onto the new lever, but that's a pretty easy job. We'll show you guys how to do that. Pop off the bolts there, easy enough.
I will hold that for you, sir.
Thank you. Now we're gonna use everyone's favorite tool, this random pliers, and you're gonna wanna fish out the cable from the inside of the lever here. The way you do that is you have to back this all out and then kind of fish it out. It's usually a pretty not so simple or beautiful looking process. Some guys are able to do it in a beautiful looking way, but usually it's kind of a cumbersome, weird task. You showed us how to do it on the other video.
Yes. With these famous pliers.
Yes.
Absolutely. And just in case we need to grab the cable, I did grab the needle nose pliers just because that cable is pretty thin and can be a little bugger sometimes.
All right, so we loosened up the cable on the clutch lever over here. This is gonna pop out really easy. It's like a little steel cable on a hammer right there. So you can see that the new lever is just gonna fish into that same spot right there. Levers are installed on the bike, and I gotta say, Brandon, they look pretty good.
They actually look sick, and come to find out, these little knobs right here come in an array of different colors. I actually like that, I really do.
Yeah, you can get whatever color you want, spec them to your size. There's 2 different length options, well, you can go short or long. These are really high quality levers. Hit that link down below and use the code YAMMY for 15% off of your order, as we mentioned at the top of the video. This was a cool upgrade to this bike, and I gotta say, I'm not a big lever guy. I like OEM levers, but these are pretty sweet. So if you're gonna go with something aftermarket, go high quality, go ASV. They're our preferred recommendation for getting it on your motorcycle. Remember, this is a giveaway motorcycle. Head over to yammynoob.co, get entered to win this fantastic Yamaha R6. Time is running out, but we do have a very special giveaway bike coming just next week after this one. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later. Brother, I was just like you once before. I remember I was a squid. I was doing terrible things on the street, but then I found Yammy Noob. and I kept watching Yami Noob, and that made me feel better. And when I got better, I stopped doing terrible things on my H2 back here. So I implore you, keep watching Yami Noob. Click subscribe. Watch the next video.